Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is of course all about new makeup releases, mostly about the indie world, but there are also going to be a couple of other ones that I felt are just worth mentioning for several reasons that I will of course talk to you about in just a second. Alright sweeties, I am so glad that you're here. I'm filming this on the morning of my Sukkot. This is the festival of Sukkot in my faith, which is the biblical festival of tabernacles. I think that's how it's called. So just so you know, I'm filming this on the morning of like the beginning of that festival. I'm going to try to have this video up like regular days or regular weeks on Wednesday. If I don't manage to edit this because of my festival, I'm going to have it up one day later. Okay, just so you know, but we're just going to have to work around my high holidays for a tiny little bit longer, but we're almost done, sweeties. This is the home stretch. We're almost done. All right, so besides that, of course, if you've just found me, I'm Leorah. I'm a makeup artist and stylist, and I'm living for colorful makeup. I'm living for the indie beauty community. I'm living for colorful styling. So of course, please feel free to check out my social media, which is linked in the description box down below, so you can see what else I've been up to. And besides that, of course, subscribe to my channel, because that would absolutely be lovely and make my day and my holiday and my everyday. So anyway, that is that. So with all of that being said, we should go right in. And also today, I want to start actually with Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath, sweeties, is coming out with this one. Now, this is of course the Holiday 2021 collection, and this is the Celestial Odyssey, I don't know how to pronounce this, palette with 18 shades for $78. And then you also have the Divine Blush Trios or Glow Trios, and then you do have all kinds of other stuff. So let's talk about the palette though. Let's talk about the palette. Now, in general, I love it when she comes out with bigger palettes. That is definitely something that I'm up for. And last year she also did a very similar thing, and I mean it, a very similar thing. I mean it. Not only in size, it just looks, what is it? It feels like everything lately has been looking familiar. Let's put it that way. I think we need some fresh blood in the Pat McGrath team. I don't know. It just feels like, wow, okay, so it's big, that's great. But besides that, it is nothing really new, you know? Not even for her. Like, does it need to be something new in general, like for the whole world? I don't think so, because I don't believe there is anything really new under the sun. But even for her, this feels like, it feels a bit repetitive by now. Also the last palette, I have to say, while it is all cute and fun and sweet in like for itself, you know, but big picture for what is already out there within that one brand, I think it is starting to be a little bit repetitive. But anyway, so this is not going to be for me, obviously, but yeah. Anyway, in case you want to check this out, this is going to come soon. Okay, then let's move on to a sneak peek, and I'm going to keep the sneak peeks to a minimum, just in order to keep the video at a tolerable length. Okay, so let's talk about Queen Melissa's Cosmetics, because they're sneak peeking their limited edition Halloween collection, and this is the Corpse Bride Halloween collection. Now, is that a movie? It kind of feels like I've seen that somewhere in a trailer on TV or something. Could that be? I'm completely ignorant when it comes to stuff like this. You gotta forgive me for that. I just don't have time for TV and stuff. So I'm not very informed. You're probably sitting at home laughing your heads off that Leorah doesn't know this. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. There is of course the eyeshadow palette, which looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now this, you know, if Pat McGrath would be coming out with this, I would say, okay, we're talking, you know, but this is really, really beautiful. Okay, but of course this is also Halloween themed, and Pat McGrath was holiday themed, which is of course a bit of a different vibe, to be fair. Okay, and then there's also the highlighter palette. This is gonna come soon. I don't know anything more about this, just wanted to show you because I just really felt like this palette looks so pretty. Anyway, I also should say, because we are going to talk, of course, a lot about Halloween and fall releases that are usually leaning into like the spooky category, that I have to say personally, me as Leorah, I'm not connecting too much to that. It's just that I'm not celebrating Halloween. It has never ever been part of my life, and I've never celebrated it. I've never gone into it. I've never, like, I don't know, you know, it's just not part of me. And again, also the spooky stuff is not for me, though. And that is basically the fact that I want to stress, is that I love these fall themed palettes, or even these spooky themed palettes for the color schemes, because they usually speak a lot to me, because they are dark, they're mysterious, they're this grungy, sexy vibe that I really, really like, you know. So most of these things I'm going to have to judge for them for the color scheme, because the spooky stuff is just not for me, like whatever, you know. So anyway, Sigma is coming out with something actually super surprising, because it's not spooky. And that is kind of really cool, because it goes against the trend, or against the grain, and I love that, really. So they're coming out with the Cinderella collection. That is so cool, because like, what's spooky about Cinderella, right? So this is the reveal of the Cinderella collection. There is the eyeshadow palette with 14 shades retailing for $49. Then you do have a cheek duo, which is a blush and a highlighter, for $35. You have lip duos, and then you have a fairy tale brush set, 5-piece brush set, I do believe. Yeah. Okay, so the whole collection retails for $156. Now, of course, the palette is not what I would like run to buying, you know. It is nice because it does have some depth in it. You can create drama with this, and that is really how I choose my palettes, is there drama in the palette, you know. I'm trying to keep drama out of my personal life as much as I possibly can. I'm also not getting involved in any online drama or stuff like that, because I just cannot be bothered. It's not my weight to carry. But in my makeup, this is where I want to have my drama. Okay, so there is nice depth in the palette, so that is really nice. Overall, the color scheme for me is though too muted. Okay, so anyway, I still have not tried any eyeshadows from Sigma. Kind of really want to at some point, but this is not going to be it. But I'm really applauding them for doing something different, than everybody else. Okay, if you just heard my children scream, it's because they're home. Okay, because I told you it's the morning of the festival, so there is no school. Okay, then let's also talk about Yuri Cosmetics, because they are coming out with 2 eyeshadow palettes. The first one is the Idol Boy eyeshadow palette. It has 9 shades, obviously, 3 mattes, 3 shimmers, and 3 glitters. And then we do have the, let me just scroll over, the Upa eyeshadow palette, which has also 9 shades, 7 mattes, and 2 shimmers. So it's, sorry, I have an itch, no pressed glitters, okay, in this one. Okay, so you do have, of course, here 2 completely different color schemes. I kind of really lean to the first one, which is the Idol Boy eyeshadow palette. It is kind of more muted, but still, I don't know, it has something magical, you know, it has something magical, which is cool. The other one is also really nice, of course, more fiery. And then, of course, you do have this dark purple as a shimmer, and then also that orange in the middle, which is also a shimmer. So that is basically what you're getting here, and they are now available for pre-order from Yuri Cosmetics. Oh, then I definitely also need to talk to you about Madaj Beauty London, because now I'm interested. Madaj Beauty London is releasing their Witching Hour collection, which is releasing on, this is already live when you're seeing this. This has released on September 21st, which is, I do believe, your yesterday. Okay, so anyway, this is really cool, and I love it when they're coming out with eyeshadows, because that is what I'm living for, and this is how you catch my interest, and this is how you get Leorah approved. You know, so yeah, this is really cool. I also do have a code with Madaj Beauty in case you want to use any of my codes. They're all listed in the description box down below. And this is, of course, a brand that is based in the UK, in case you know, you need to know. So color wise, super nice, dark, grungy, love it. Very pretty. Okay, so that was that. Then let's also talk about CXC Beauty, because also that is a brand that I love, and he's coming out with the Summer's End eyeshadow palette, which is also cool because it is not stressing the fall, but it is stressing the summer's end. It's also something that is a little bit off in a good way, a little bit different, you know, and I love stuff like this. That is not just, you know, the 100 millionth falling in love falling because of fall palette, you know what I mean? While that is cute too, and it's all legitimate, but it's just so cute to have something that is a little bit off, like the Cinderella collection or like this one here, you know, Summer's End eyeshadow palette, 15 shades. It has silk shimmers and it has multi-chromes, and this is also already available on his website. Okay, so you can also use my code. It's also in the description box in case you want to know. I have tried also CXC Beauty here. I have actually a palette that I like, a custom made palette that I put together myself, and I really liked it. It's really good, and yeah, so feel free to check that out. I should also go back and just tell you about Witching Hour, because in Madaj Beauty London's release here, we spoke about the witching hour, and that was actually what I called the hour, like late afternoon with my children. Because do you also have that? Are you a mom of like smaller children that in the late afternoon towards the evening, they just go crazy, like they have to burn off all the energy that is left in order for them to just go to bed? This was what I always called witching hour. So anyway, that is that. Now let us go to this one. This is from Rose Glass Cosmetics, and they're coming out with the Rascals eyeshadow palette. This has already launched when you're seeing this. It has 16 shades, 11 mattes, and 5 shimmers. The color scheme is really pretty. I'm just not 100% sure, according to this picture, what you're seeing here, if there is a blue filter on the whole picture. That is possible. So if that is so, then of course the color scheme is going to be a little bit different in real life, you know, so just take that into consideration. Besides that, of course, from what I'm seeing here right now, it looks really pretty. Also, of course, nice dark shades, nice dark colorful shades, also really nice. Boy oh boy, my kids have really loud conversations upstairs. Sweeties, and I cannot close the doors. I cannot, because first of all, mommy has to be available. You know, I cannot disappear from their lives. It's very scary for children. Besides that, because most of my children are still kind of smallish. And besides that, of course, I don't have internet if I'm closing the door, because I'm filming in a basement. You know, so yeah, anyway, it would be so much fun to actually show you this place, because you would be shocked, because this looks so nice, but the rest is a storage room, sweeties. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about Nomad Cosmetics, because Nomad Cosmetics has, of course, been sneak peeking shades of their fall release, and they're coming out with the Haunted Europe eyeshadow palette. Now, when I'm filming this, it has not been, like, the whole palette has not been shown. I hope that when I'm editing this video, I will be able to show you the whole palette, because by then the launch should be live. You know, so this palette is on the way to me. It has been on the way to me for quite some time, and I hope it's going to get to me soon, because you will definitely see this palette here on my channel, because I'm on the Nomad Cosmetics PR list, and I'm so grateful that I am, because Nomad is an amazing brand that definitely I want to support, and maybe you should consider too, because it's an amazing brand with amazing owners, with good concepts, really nice work, nicely worked out, and at the packaging, especially of this palette, is just, I don't even know. It's like holographic. I only have a video here right now. I hope I will be able to show you a picture, a screenshot or something like this. But anyway, this is going to be available your yesterday, my tomorrow, basically, you know, and I was so hoping that I would have the palette here by the time of the launch, so I can have at least the first impression up. That was my plan, but that has been cancelled, you know, by USPS and express shipping, which takes like 4 weeks. But anyway, so let's move on to the next thing. And of course, again, you will be able to see this here on my channel, and I also do have a code with Nomad Cosmetics in case you want to use it to purchase this palette. Okay, or anything else for that matter. Let's talk about Poutine Shout. Poutine Shout is coming out with this one, and again, also this brand is so original, and I'm just so thrilled about this brand. Like, seriously, sculpted. So cool. This is so cool. Anyway, this is a contour palette. Obviously, you can see that it has 3 shades. It's vegan, and it retails between around $20 to $34, depending on what you can afford. This is available now. Concept of the brand is beyond belief cool. Beyond belief cool. Okay, Chaos Dirt is coming out also with a Halloween collection, and this is also kind of cool because it does not have those typical Halloween shades in it. So this has 13 individual shades, and this is going to be launching on September 25th. And this is, of course, a brand based in the UK, and it's vegan, it's handmade, it's cruelty free, and these are the shades that you can see here. I don't have a price, I don't believe. I don't have a price here right now, but this is how they look, and I think this looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love it again that it is a little bit off in the theme, you know, that makes it special. Because if everybody, for example, for the Christmas palettes, if everybody comes out with a palette that has a white and a red and a I don't know, forest green, hunter green, and a gold and maybe a silver and a black, okay, so basically that, okay, would that be so boring? That would be so boring, right? So, and I love it when there are different interpretations of a concept. I love that, and this is a good example of that. So anyway, this is the Halloween collection. Will be launching super soon from Chaos Dirt. Okay, then definitely, sweeties, you guys have been tagging me in this. CXC Cosmetics is coming out with the Olivia collection, and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I was actually already on the website and I was like, should I not? Should I not? Seriously, oh dear, this is so pretty. I love this, so pretty. You know, the greens, then you do have, of course, the browns, you do have also some orange leaning shades, and then you have a brush set, and you also do have a face palette. I love it. Love it. I love the concept. It's beautiful. I've tried CXC Cosmetics. I do own the Besties palette, and it's beautiful. The performance was really nice. I love it, you know. So yeah, anyway, you get in the palette, you get 30 colors, you have 14 mattes, 9 shimmers, 4 glitters, 2 duochromes, and 1 metallic, and this retails for $40. And then you of course have the face palette for $25 and a 16-piece brush set for $45, and you can have the whole bundle for basically $100. So this is already obviously available because I was already this close to buying it. But then I was like, Leorah, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, I need to talk myself out of it, because like within a second I want stuff, you know, and it takes me like 5 days to talk myself out of stuff, but I really kind of want this. Because I also know that CXC Cosmetics is a good company, you know, it's just good stuff. So anyway, at least for me. Okay, Terra Cosmetics is coming out with 12 new eyeshadows. This is already live when you're seeing this, and beautiful. And one of my besties is actually super crazy about this, and she is also like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and we're basically talking the whole time about lusting after these shades, you know, which is fine. I totally love talking to her about lusting for makeup, because we just totally understand, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, they look phenomenal, and I know she's definitely going to get them at some point, but anyway, yeah, so this is of course spectacular. This is a little bit more the dark, I don't want to say necessarily the typical fall themed slash Halloween vibe. It's not really, but it leans a little bit more into that direction, which is beautiful. It's beautiful, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is not nice. It's actually really pretty. It's just a little bit, a tiny little bit more into the direction of the traditional color scheme, which has its place, absolutely. Okay, so Gypsy Chic Boutique is coming out with the Glamour Goals eyeshadow palette, which is inspired by some of the most iconic Halloween movies. Again, I wouldn't know because I've never watched a Halloween movie in my life. Okay, 12 shades of shimmers, mattes, and glitters. This brand is vegan and cruelty-free, and this palette retails for $25. Okay, so you do have the color scheme, which is really cute. You do have, of course, also nice depth in the palette, which I'm super grateful for. And that is basically all I know about this. Again, theme-wise, I cannot judge it. You know, does that represent those movies? I have no idea. But anyway, this is what it is. Glamour Goals. I don't even know what is a goal. What is a goal? I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, all right, don't unsubscribe, sweeties. Okay, Pink Crush Cosmetics is launching also a new Halloween limited edition palette, which is the Witch Please eyeshadow palette. 9 shades with 3 mattes, 1 sparkle matte, 1 duochrome, and 4 shimmers, retailing for $25, which is, I think, a very reasonable price also. And this is already live for quite some time, so I hope this is still available. I think this is also really cute. Also, here you do have a more traditional fall themed color scheme, which is beautiful, just saying, and I think it looks super pretty. I should honestly get this, you know? Yeah, because I'm also like really in love with Pink Rush Cosmetics these days. Yeah, so anyway, besides that, we should also talk about Odins Eye, of course, because this started sneak peeking right after I had finished filming my last video, and I always feel like, you know, these 2 days that I need to get this video ready, I feel so outdated, like the last week's newspaper. This is how I feel, you know? But anyway, you know how it goes. It's just what it is. So Odins Eye is coming out with a collection. Now, I knew about this collection, of course, because behind the scenes, you know, us YouTubers talk, and so I knew. So I knew, but of course I cannot tell you about it because it's not my place to share. So anyway, they're coming out with a collection which has 3 palettes, and each palette is, of course, a collab with a YouTuber or an influencer, okay? So one is Tina from The Fancy Face, one is Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, and one is Judy. Now, Judy, I don't know, but I do believe she comes from New Zealand. This is how much I found out. And that is really, really cool. And of course, Annette and Tina are from America. Okay, so each one of them has a palette. The very colorful one is, I do believe, the Hummingbird palette. That is Tina's palette. Then the one that is on the bottom, that is a more kind of muted color scheme, is Annette's palette, and then Judy's palette is the one with the dragon, and that is the orange and red one. Okay, so this has already launched when you're seeing this, and if you want to see a review, of course, then you can go also to Nikki's channel or to Annette's channel or to basically Tina's channel and check out those palettes because they have already videos live on all of this. I do believe that there is a scarf coming with each palette. You can buy it as a bundle. I do believe, honestly, I don't know. Before I'm saying something that is not right, but I would assume that you can buy it as a bundle because it kind of is a collection, but you can definitely also purchase them separately. And then there is also scarves together with each palette. Now that is something where I say like, yeah, you like it or you don't. I personally, I'm not into it too much, even though I love scarves, but these kinds of scarves are not so much my piece of cake. But anyway, the palettes look cute. Will I get this? I'm torn. I'm very, very torn. They retail for €27.90, which is about $33 per palette, and that is a price tag, you know. And my friend Nikki has assured me that they're absolutely worth it, and I do believe her, and I kind of really want them. But you still need to have the money available to buy it, you know. They can be worth gold and sparkles and unicorn dust. If you don't have it, then you can't have it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter, because if you can't afford them, then you cannot buy them, and you shouldn't, you know? So anyway, that is that. That's my sermon for today. All right, so I just took a short break to change the battery in my camera and to tell my kids to not talk so loud, but it has not, I don't know, it's not doing anything what I say. Okay, sweeties, let's talk about Colourpop, because they're actually coming out with 2 different things. So one is the Plush Like Me collection, which is a 1990s inspired collection, which is already live. You do have a palette for $18 with mattes and shimmery metallic shades, and of course you do have here a bit of a more mauvey and corally orangey. Yeah, it looks cute. It does look cute. It's overall a little bit too one-dimensional for me personally, but anyway, you do have also blush sticks, you do have Luxe Blur lipsticks, you do have lippy pencils, and you have all kinds of other stuff, like the whole thing, you know. Anyway, yeah, the palette is cute because it does have a depth and all of that. It's just overall a little bit, like I said, too one-dimensional for me. And then they're also coming out, let me just scroll down, here it is. So they're also coming out with the second round of the Hocus Pocus palette. Was that last year or was that 2 years ago that they came out with the original Hocus Pocus palette? I do believe it was last year. So anyway, they're coming out with the Witching Hour palette, and now another Witching Hour. Okay, 12 shades. Then you do have a Super Shock Shadow Trios. You do have all kinds of other stuff. So anyway, let's talk about the palette. Also here, the palette is actually really, really cute, I have to say, because also here you do have those columns that actually just like that give you super, super cute looks for columns. Each one has a really nice and dark matte, and I personally do like the formula of Colourpop. So yeah, am I getting this? No, but anyway, I think it's cute. This should be becoming available maybe your tomorrow, okay, just so you know. So you do have these two releases then from Colourpop. Okay, sweeties, the next brand that I want to feature is Heritage Cosmetics, and they're coming out with the Autumn Eyes palette, and that is also a very cool concept. So nice. Anyway, this is the palette, a 9-pan palette, and this is in collaboration with Latin X Beauty. I hope I'm saying this right. So it has 9 shades, 7 mattes, and 2 shimmers, retailing for $25. And I think also this, while it is of course also here a more traditional color scheme for a autumn or fall release, which is nice, this is really cute, of course, also with the greens, because greens and the yellow and everything is really nice and cohesive. And I have to say though that for me personally, I would probably add some depth in the red department. You know, one of those red shades, I would make it into like a really dark red wine kind of a shade, just because of the drama. You know what I mean? Okay, so anyway, this is what it looks like. So please feel free to check out Heritage Cosmetics for this beautiful release. Also, of course, the outer packaging super nicely, you know, built into the whole release. Super nice. Okay, also in this one here, I have been tagged quite a bit. This is the Spooky Moon palette, and this is from Enslay Cosmetics. That is, I think, the first time that I'm speaking about this brand. This is an 18 color eyeshadow palette, features an array of smoky, cool tones, bold dark tones, vibrant pops of green, orange, and purple. It says here it's highly pigmented, it's an ultra buttery formula, long-lasting wear, 9 mattes, 5 shimmers, 2 diamond shimmers, and 2 pressed glitters. This is going to be available on October 1st. Yeah, okay, so outer packaging super nice, and inside also here I would say that this is a more traditional color scheme. I would kind of not expect that color scheme though, just from looking at the outer packaging. I would expect grays, blues, black, silver, maybe, you know, from the outer packaging. But in any case, this is what the palette looks like. I think it's cute. It's a very cute fall release, and that is what it is. This is coming on October 1st. Then let's also talk about this one, because I was like, oh, this is so cute. Oh no, my nudes leaked. Yeah, this is Lost Beauty Cosmetics. Haven't spoken about that brand in quite some time. Anyway, so this is the palette that they are going to come out with. This is a sneak peek. You do have a 9-pan palette with 6 mattes and 4 shimmers. Now this color scheme is of course not really the color scheme that I'm wearing every single day of my life, you know, but maybe you are, and maybe you want to check that out. The concept is really cute. Oh no, my nudes leaked. You know, it's not really funny when you think about it if something like that happens, but yeah, but as a concept for a palette, it's kind of funny. But anyway, also here I would probably personally add something more, you know, a little bit more depth for me personally, because most of those shades are a bit like in the same color strength, in the same intensity, you know, which is a makeup style. It is a makeup style. It's very legitimate. It's just not what I'm wearing all the time, because I would probably add a super dark brown or a black, or even like, again, a very dark red wine shade or something like this. So yeah, anyway, that is that. Then let's also talk about this, because also here I've been tagged quite a bit. This is from Chaotic Cosmetics, their new release coming this fall on October 2nd. And this is the Brainwashed eyeshadow palette with 16 pans, 9 mattes, and 7 duochrome shimmers. Okay, I think also this one is really cute, though I have to say that here I don't have dark mattes, like the really dark mattes, you know, that dark blue and the black are those duochrome shimmers, and I would rather have them as mattes, you know what I mean, because that is my makeup style. But maybe your makeup style is completely different and you can work with that better. Color scheme wise, overall, I think it's really cute. Very cute. Okay, then let's also definitely talk about Minaj Cosmetics, because they are coming out with the Indigo Ink collection. Now, I told you when I only saw weeks ago, when I spoke about the outer packaging, that I'm most probably going to get myself this palette if the color scheme reflects the outer packaging, the color scheme of the shades. Now I have to say I was really surprised when I saw this, because I'm gonna tell you what I was expecting. I was expecting shades of purple, shades of blues, and shades of orange and red. Okay, so in the palette we do have blues, we have a red, and we do have an orange. But besides that, it is very, very unexpected, which could be good. But in this case, I would kind of say, you know, I would have preferred my color scheme. You know what I mean? So yeah, but anyway, of course, feel free to check this one out because I'm sure it's a beautiful palette. It's just not what I expected, you know? So anyway, that is that. Okay, then let's also talk about this one. This is the Icy Moon palette from Mocha Cosmetics. This is a really, really cute palette, but you have to like press glitters because there are 2 glitters in the palette. There's 1 shimmery matte and there are 3 shimmers and 6 mattes in the palette. Color scheme wise, depth wise, it's beautiful. I think this is a very, very, very beautiful palette, you know? So this has launched already. I don't have a price here right now, but you feel free to check it out from Mocha Cosmetics. I think this is beautiful. Okay, then let's also talk about Wicked Sisters Cosmetics. They're releasing the Mean Girls eyeshadow palette collection. Mean Girls inspired. I don't know what is a ghoul and I don't know what Mean Girls is. I think it might also be a movie. Okay, so anyway, sweeties, living in a bubble, you know? Yeah, okay. So this is in celebration of their birthday. All right, so this is launching on September 30th. And this is what it looks like. Color scheme, again, super, super cute. I have to say, let me just check. This is all shimmer shades. This is all shimmery shades, okay? Just so you know. I don't know if it is shimmers or duochromes or something. It doesn't say anything about that here, so we shall still have to talk about that. But color scheme-wise, just for what I'm seeing right now, it is really, really pretty. All right, then we also definitely have to talk about Be Perfect Cosmetics because, oh my goodness, I want this so bad. They're coming out with the Dimension collection with their Scorched blushers and the Polar Vortex highlighters. Sweeties, I want them all. Just ship them. Just bring them to me. This is so beautiful. Wow, like really so, so beautiful. I could not even decide what is the most beautiful because everything looks so amazing. You know, absolutely beautiful. So at some point I will get myself this collection, just saying. Okay, then we also need to talk about Magic Mondays because they have shown us their Velvet Liquid Lip Chroma Holy Ones. And this is beautiful. I love everything that is chrome on the lips. Is it the most comfortable to wear? For me personally, no, but it looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. And honestly, I'm not wearing my lipsticks like all that long anyway. You know, I'm usually wearing my lipsticks for my photo shoots and for filming, and then afterwards I'm usually hungry and then I'm taking it off, you know, just saying. So anyway, but this looks absolutely stunning, super, super beautiful from Magic Mondays. And I should also say, coincidence, I did not plan this, but I'm actually wearing their eyeshadow palette, the Oracle palette. Let me just show you because I have it right here. This is how she looks. I'm actually wearing that palette. This is my first look with that palette that I did today. Okay, so anyway, just saying, yeah, that is so funny because I did not plan this. It just happened that way. Okay, let's also talk about Saints, Angels, Sinners because there is a sneak peek out for this one here. This is coming soon. This is the Saints 2 eyeshadow palette, which apparently has 6 shades. Let me just zoom in. This is going to be available soon. It says here, release date to come. It's going to retail for $23. And here you, of course, have neutrals with blues, which makes absolute sense, especially for a winter palette. I always feel like this is kind of this is cute, you know, it's cute. Am I very much into 6-pan palettes personally? Absolutely not, but for what it is, I do believe that this is very, very well executed in where she placed the dark shades and what they are as in mattes and this and that and the other things. So I think this is really, really cute. Okay, this is coming soon, so have your eyeballs polished for that. Then we also need to talk about Magical Makeup because they are also coming out soon with their sparkle shades, which some of that looks like this. So cute. I don't know if there's going to be more, but this is all I see as of right now, and I just wanted to show you because it looks beautiful. Yeah, so that is Magical Makeup, which is based in the UK. And then the last release for today that I want to talk to you about is actually something that I want to show you for the packaging, not necessarily for the palette itself, for the shades itself. Okay, so look at this one. This is the new palette from Gucci, and usually I'm not going out of my way to feature high-end makeup or luxury makeup because it's just not what I do, and it's not what I can buy ever. Yeah, and I'm not really in general very drawn to it, but the outer packaging is so adorable. It's just so adorable, really. Okay, can I attempt to pronounce this? The Beauté de Jeux Floral Eyeshadow Palette, I think. I don't know. So anyway, I had French in school. I should be ashamed of myself that I don't know how to pronounce this right now. But anyway, so it is nature inspired. It includes 3 different textures, 3 metallics with chrome finishes, 2 satin shades, 7 matte shades, and that is what it basically is. Now you take a wild guess what this baby is going to cost you. Sweeties, do you want to drop a comment? I'll give you a second. Just put the video on hold. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to tell you that this baby retails for $149. Yeah, but boy oh boy is the packaging cute. Seriously, I might have to print out this picture just, you know, so I can save myself 150 bucks. But anyway, that is really, really cute. Now, of course, the inside of the palette is very, very traditional and not bad at all, because it's cold neutrals with some bronzy shades and then of course the blues, and it has nice depth. It makes absolute sense. It's just not necessarily something that will hold my attention for very long, you know? But anyway, this is what it is in case you want to knock yourself out with a Gucci eyeshadow palette. Yeah, so anyway, sweeties, this is it from me for today. Next week, again, this is going to be the tail end next week of the Festival of Sukkot, so I'm going to have to see how I can film and how I can edit and all of that. But I promise you, next week is going to be the last week that is affected by my high holidays, and then we're done. And then I will hopefully be able to get back to a normal life unless something else happens. Who knows? But anyway, we're still having fun here, and I hope you did so too. Of course, let me know what you think down in the comments. Check out the description box because all the brands that I have been talking about will be listed there. And of course, also my discount codes and my links to social media will be there, you know. So besides that, of course, my makeup of today, also the palette and everything else that I'm wearing on my face will be listed in a pinned comment in the comment section. Sweeties, if you have made it till here and you have not subscribed yet, then please do so right now. This is the last chance for this video. Besides that, of course, I'm super happy that you spent this time with me. So grateful for everybody who is here, who keeps supporting me and who keeps loving me, and I'm just so happy to have you in my tribe. I shall see you here super soon for my next video, and up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.